What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Good morning on this Sunday. Well, I just said the morning, so skip that part. But what's good, everybody out doing? Welcome to Buckeye BS, Best Day in Media, every Sunday, 10 a.m. Except today, it's 10:30. But you'll forgive us because we're gonna bring that content for you. I got the boys in the building. What's going on, everybody?
What up? What up? We got a special guest with us today.
Yeah,
I almost came in with my toes out trying to be like Giovanni, but I put socks on today. So we here, but it is morning. Q, you can say good morning. It's 10:30.
Yeah.
You know, I'm over here on Central Time, so it's definitely still morning.
Yeah.
It's early morning for Mike.
I was about
Good
to say.
morning.
Nah, but we got a great show for y'all today. We're gonna talk recruiting. We're gonna talk some on the field stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna hit all over the place. Gonna answer some questions. It's a big day, fellas. This time has been pending for what is it? A couple months now. Where's Aaron Scott gonna go? So we're gonna jump into that, weigh in our opinions. But yeah, so in the chat, make sure everybody go ahead and like the videos. 23 people in here. Get it going. Let's bring the energy. I see a lot of people in the chat already. What's going on, y'all? Don was in here earlier. I see Elks, TK in here, Craig in here. So
What up, Dez?
yeah,
What up, my John Martin? What up? What up? What up?
yeah. So go ahead
You see
and
this
bring
whole
that.
government, bro.
You said what?
This boy just said his whole government.
His
Like
whole
chill
government's
out.
his fucking name. What do you want me to do?
Leave that man alone.
His name is
Like,
Dave.
his YouTube name is John Martin. Like,
Yeah, what
Shout out to our guy John, man.
that's John from Tennessee. What's up, bro?
Oh man. Yeah,
Government
so-
and location is nasty in the morning, but
Right? You got his social while you're at it? Jeez. What's
Bro,
going on,
John from
baby?
Tennessee's the
this is about to be the
Iggy
scam
Azalea,
cast.
bro. When she was like, "Get that shit off the airway." Y'all ain't cultured, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
Bro. All right. So let's jump early into a little breaking news. So we had a decommitment yesterday. Let's start with that. Jonte Gilbert, 2025 DB. You know, he was rocking with us for a while, but everybody was like, he committed kind of early. So I'm going to open up to Mike first. Mike, what do you think about this decommitment? Are you surprised it's the way you wanted it? You thought it was going to go? Let us know.
I mean, from my understanding, he decommitted a long time ago. I mean, I don't think that anybody in Buckeye Nation is surprised. I mean, some people was hitting my DMs, and I'm like, "You're late to the information, my guy." So, I mean, this is what we expected. Like we said, it's going to be hard hanging on to a guy, you know, from the South that long, and everything was trending. We was talking off air about people not getting back to Columbus, and we didn't really see him get back to Columbus. So might be a trend there.
About to say, yeah, no. We'll go to the duo of Chris and Ron, our new tag team over there. Let us know. Chris, you the big recruit guy. Go ahead, take the play. You know things before they happen. So you should have just told us.
In the
early.
words of Cam, I'm not an insider, but this was the least surprising decommitment of all time. I think we can all attest to that. We should have known, though, it was cooked when bro came into space and was talking about, yeah, like I committed to Ohio State because Georgia tried to make me work out to get an offer. And it's like, so we took a 2025 kid without watching him work out from Georgia who just wanted to really go to Georgia the whole time. And then a couple months later, I knew it was cooked when that recruiting edit thing came out. It was talking about he might flip for Georgia Tech. I was like, oh, yeah, this is unserious. He's not coming here. He never was coming here.
Yeah,
So-
I call that a CC. That's a clout commitment. One of those kids, they put Ohio State on there. So when they show up to camps, they're like, oh, do you see that kid? He's committed to Ohio State. It gets the eyes on you early. It was an early commitment in that class, one of the first ones. So I think that was purely just to get more eyes on him. And I feel like Ohio State, I mean, you hate to see it, but at the same time, it speaks to the brand that Ohio State is, that kids think that they can commit to Ohio State, and that's going to up their profile that much.
It is wild we took his commitment that early, like a 2025 kid.
Kind of goofy that they took it in the first place. Like,
super
I-
goofy.
everybody
what are you
thought
supposed
what
to
it
do?
was.
You supposed to say no?
I agree with what
Yeah, we're
y'all
supposed to say no. Everybody else said no.
I
Right,
agree
We
with
just said
Chris
work
that-
out. It's not like they said, yo, here's an offer. We were like, yeah, come put our logo
I
on your
agree.
name.
Everything that y'all saying, I agree with 100%. And I'm just going to use this opportunity to add this to Jim Knowles' clock.
Oh my
Whether he
God.
has something to do with it or not, we are adding that to the clock. So,
Bro,
yeah, we saw
Bro,
it
this
coming.
Jim Knowles thing is so funny. Me and Q were on the phone the other day, and Q was talking about like Q was talking about like, yeah, everybody's day will be going good, then they'll just be pissed off because Jim Knowles, and then they'll just start tweeting about Jim Knowles. That's
Bro,
literally
listen.
Cam.
Hey, chat, listen, bro. I'm letting y'all know right now. I got a Jim Knowles clock. I might make a little digital thing that I could just keep posting of Jim Knowles clock ticking, bro. Because this nigga got me.
You better be
feeling
careful because his family doesn't play about him. You might get slid for real.
Bro, listen, bro. It ain't nothing personal. Listen, Jim, bro. James. It's nothing personal, bro.
Bro, you need to
have nothing
apologize to
against
Paula
you.
because that's who's gonna be on your ass.
I don't
His
know. I have
sister
nothing
will be
against you.
on your
It's
neck,
just,
bro.
Mhm.
it's just I love my Buckeyes, and it's just like I just need you. I need a little more.
In fact,
That's all.
scratch the show. It's time for apologies. We're gonna go around the room. We gotta do apologies. First of all, I need Q to apologize to Steel Chambers. Then I need Mike to apologize. No. Then I need Mike to apologize to the whole state of Texas for what we saw last night. And then I need Cam to apologize to the Knowles family. I'm not apologizing to nobody because I do nothing wrong. But it's time to really get this thing going because y'all gotta tighten up because y'all been on the internet with no decorum lately.
That's why Cam moved to Indy because Still Chambers was on his ass. Then nigga
Still
had to
walking
get
the
him
block.
safe.
Well,
man.
all I'm gonna say about the state of Texas is man, that boy Earl Spence walked out there wide-eyed, looked like he was unserious and not ready for the fight. All I'm gonna say is man, my guy Crawford walked out there.
That's not your
that-
guy. He's
look
from
like-
Nebraska. That's
Bro,
not your
look,
guy.
hey,
That's
I don't
not your
care,
guy.
dude.
That's
the
not
dude
your
looked
guy.
like
He's
he
from
had-
Nebraska.
He
Victor
walked out there with
Nebraska
nothing but
Mike.
Midwest vibes out there, straight
No.
kill attack mode, and beat that Dallas dude face up. Look like my man Ryan
You're from
said off
Texas.
there, like hamburger meat. No, I'm from Ohio. Hey,
So that's a bad apology. Q or Cam, do you guys want to attempt to apologize, or are we
Yes,
just?
I'm not
good?
apologizing for nothing, bro. The clock keeps going. Nothing stops
Yeah.
time. Time's
So if you're not hip, still slid on the timeline, you know what I'm saying? You know, people was like, we want to wait to see what we see from Steel this season. He was like, okay, noted. So I was like, all right, bet. You know, stay 10 toes.
No,
Prove
somebody
us all
said
wrong.
I'm cool on Steel. He
Yeah,
said, "Cool,
yeah.
thanks, man."
yeah.
Bro,
Will
here's the
Chambers
thing.
was active on the TL.
Hey, here's the thing, bro. Listen, if y'all watching this and you play for Ohio State or whatever, listen, none of this shit is personal, man. All y'all cool, y'all good people. We just want to see elite level shit in Columbus, bro. And if we feel
Yeah.
like we're not seeing it, bro, we got to speak on it, bro. It ain't
No,
nothing
Cam is
personal,
being
bro.
modest. I'm gonna tell you what
Like,
he
it
really
ain't nothing
wants. He wants
personal,
you
bro.
to find your inner dog. He wants to stop you.
Bro, he
being
been there
passive and all this
18
stuff.
years, bro.
Bro,
Like, it
he-
ain't
I mean-
fair, bro.
I'm gonna
Like,
be honest.
come
I'll
on,
tell
man.
you-
for the first couple.
Hey, Cam probably knows this. Any coach, you have a coach, you going into your senior year or your junior year, he tells you, you done been on this field, you got more experience than almost anybody. Ain't no reason why you should not be out here dominating, owning the field like it's yours.
Can I ask you a
That's what we
question?
want to see.
What's that? Hey, Chris, what's that saying go? You can't teach an old dog new what?
Ooh.
I believe
You
we're
leave me
being
out,
tricked.
bro. Here's the thing. Y'all leave me out of this
You
because I
can't
like
teach
Steel
it.
Cha-
You can't
No,
teach
no,
an old
look,
dog new
no,
tricks, right? Ain't
no,
that what it
no.
says?
Look,
So
here's
we
what-
see that dog doing
We're
that
not
same
doing
trick
this, bro,
for 3
because look,
years.
Cam,
It
last
is
time,
what it is,
last time you got
bro.
on the
Like-
timeline and talked reckless about Steel Chambers, I had to see Buddy later that day, and I thought he was going to think that
I'm
I
not
was you
talking
and a brother,
reckless, bro.
and I was
I'm
going
not
to get
talking
slid at the,
reckless.
I was
I'm
going to
not
get
talking
slid at the
reckless,
golf
bro.
outing. You feel me? You feel me?
Bro, I'm not talking reckless, bro. I'm
No,
just
no,
keeping
no,
it
because
100,
every
bro.
time
Hey,
you say
Chris
something about
almost
Steel,
caught
I
a
feel like I run
9-9.
into him. And I want to stay under the radar.
Man, listen, I hope still makes me eat all my words. I hope he comes out and just starts smacking niggas and going stupid.
I want to
Until
get a
then,
truth
bro.
or this is for you.
And shedding blocks.
I'm just saying, bro. Hey,
Nah.
still working on his doctorate, you know.
So we're 0 for
Yo,
3 on
come out.
apologies. Just thought I would float that out there.
Hey, still, I love you, man.
Hey,
Go
Austin,
go
I
out,
like
ball,
the-
prove us all wrong. We gonna get
I
off
hope
your
he
ass.
proves me wrong, bro.
But
Like,
until then, we gonna be on your ass.
It's not personal. I want him to be the best, bro. I just don't see it. That's all.
Chris said I need an apology, and all three of them got on the mic and said I'd like
Hold
to take
on,
this
hold on.
time to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Nobody. Exactly.
Hold on. The co-host of
Not an
Menace,
apology podcast.
the co-host
I'm sorry.
of Menace is telling we gotta apologize to niggas. Fuck out of here.
Who have I ever wrong on?
Hey,
Who's
this is
never wrong
Buckeye
nobody on the
BS,
show?
man.
All right,
We don't
well,
apologize
yeah.
for shit.
While we're here, Chris got to apologize.
Talk about
to TJ.
apologies.
We seen him running the Texas camp.
Yeah,
Hey, hold
bro.
on. Hey, Mike, let's get the list out who they gotta apologize to.
Bro.
This nigga, that nigga.
Hey, Kim, they put a stone up in the back for everybody they insulted.
Yeah.
That's what all them stones.
Hey,
That's all the bodies they caught.
Hey,
all they
they
fucking
did
fry
got
guys.
they did get blocked by Lexi Smollett.
We did.
I didn't put that in the show notes.
That might be another
Did we
show.
touch on it?
I did.
Hey, hey, Drewski
This
face.
has been the funniest offseason of all time. The funniest offseason.
Hey, I'm hitting the
Oh,
Drewski on Lexi. Nah, y'all got it, bro. Oh,
Oh my
y'all got
God.
it, bro.
Someone grab the dump button real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, let's
Oh,
talk
wait, hold on.
football,
Close my
man.
window
All
real
right,
quick.
man. Hey, Q, get us into this recruit, man.
Yeah.
Now, y'all done made Q get off air, man.
Yeah,
All the
we
slack
got
and
way
everything
we
was
got
going
way
on.
sidetracked. That was crazy.
The
But
producer and Q's
anywho.
there like, hey, man, get these niggas in line, man.
Yeah,
That's how we get in
so
the spaces. Hey, if you like this content, man, hop in the spaces with us, man.
that's what it is. So Ohio State did the old spin the block they usually do. Big time decommitment on defense. But hey, we got another wide receiver coming. So Chris Henry Jr. committed, class of 2026 wide receiver. We've been hearing about him for it feels like years now. Obviously, steps on Pac-Man Jones, all that good stuff. So I'll start with you, Cam. What does this commitment mean? Is this actually going to hold? How excited are you? Let me know.
I love it, but I'm not really, doesn't really move me in 2023. But he's going to be a big guy. I don't think we've seen a receiver quite like him. Seeing what he can develop to, because isn't he like what 6'5" right now?
He's already
6'4"?
6'5".
Four.
Yeah, 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5". So we never had a receiver that way, especially if he can keep his twitch and keep his sudden quickness in and out of breaks that I've seen. He's going to be real elite. But I mean, 2026. I mean,
How would you feel about a reclassify? Like, what if he is the wide receiver version of Sonny Styles?
ooh, so if he reclassifies to 2025, well, now we're
Mhm.
cooking with grease. Now you know
Yeah.
what I mean. But I mean, I think
Because
it's gonna
then
be-
that
that's
gives
great.
you one bleed over year of him and Jeremiah, right? At least
Exactly.
So.
And him being mentored by Pac-Man Jones and all that, I think it's just great for Ohio State, especially culture-wise, having that understanding what it takes to be a pro and
That's a
and
huge
having that
deal. I
work
mean,
ethic.
you and I talk all the time about like the pro football acumen, like
Mhm.
guys who are kind of from that world. Like even JSN's brother being a pro, obviously Marv. I don't know, a lot of those guys like having mentors or people close to them that are pros makes it easier or makes you feel better about them committing early, in my opinion.
I feel like
Yeah.
with this early commitment too, with Pac-Man being so involved in it. I mean, if AJ Hawk can't carry this home for us, like, bro, this is your coworker.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't keep an eye on this commitment for the Buckeyes, like, what are we doing here? But I feel like Brian Hartline is just doing what Brian Hartline does, is already locking up recruits, and I feel like that frees him up to make visits down in South Florida to committed commits. So
Mhm.
I'm glad that he has that free time because he's locking up recruits in 26 already.
Absolutely, but I need that. I think the kid's going to reclassify. That's not based on any intel. I just think he's so good, and the fact that he's 2026, he'll have so much time to kind of get that leap that year. I mean, we watched Sonny decide late he wanted to jump a year and then go get it. We watched Quinn Ewers decide literally in the last 3 weeks of school he was going to reclassify and get up there. The fact that the kid's 2026, already 6'5". I mean, we've seen him cook some DBs that we've offered already in camp at this point, and there's no reason to wait that long to get him on campus, in my opinion.
Is there any concern from you guys that he might get too tall, 6'5" at
I mean,
sophomore?
that's the biggest issue. Like Cam was saying earlier, you know, is he gonna grow? And if he grows, you know, will he still be twitchy and everything like that?
I mean, just put some pounds on him, and we got a tight end.
I mean,
Or if you like
mean,
his
that's
burst,
true,
you got
but-
Johnny Wilson. Like
I knew he was
Johnny
gonna go
Wilson
Johnny
is
Wilson.
6'7" out there and does a fine job.
yeah.
Yeah, until
But
you
I
get
mean,
that.
I like it, man. I mean, this kid has been all over, you know, been to Columbus, been at Ohio State multiple times. And, you know, just watching this interview, you know, he was a little nervous, but I see Pac-Man is out there, you know, supporting him, was like, hey, man, just go ahead and get it out. And the fact that you have that support, and it's a pro telling you to go ahead, commit early, just lets you know that Pac-Man seeing everything that he needed to see out of the wide receiver room as well. So, I mean, to be honest, it's like, if you really want to be a top wide receiver and want to be the best, why would you ever like not answer Brian Hartline's phone call, or why would you even tell him no?
Yeah, there's literally one option for receivers. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
There's one, like, if you are a receiver at the highest level and you want to be developed at the highest level and you want to play in the most wide receiver friendly system, there's one option that gets you ready for the pros and put you in a spot to create space. Now, if it's about, okay, I just want to be in space and put up crazy numbers, cool, then we'll open it up to the USCs of the world and stuff like that. But in terms of pure wide receiver development, the fact that not only Brian Hartline, but people forget, like, Ryan Day was a receiver coach too.
Yeah.
So Ryan Day also gets it. So it's just it's a no-brainer. And for the kid that's going to be, I mean, he's going to be a top 10 recruit in his class. He's going to be the number one wide receiver in his class. No-brainer. Take him. But again, it'd be cool to see him in 2025.
Where do you think he goes if he reclassified to 2025? What do you think he would rank at the wide receiver?
Wide receiver wise, definitely top 3. I'd have to give it a deep dive and kind of see this season upcoming. But the kid's a freak regardless of year. Like, we watched him go up against some of the best DBs in the country, DBs that Ohio State wants, and guess what? He's getting open. It's crazy, kind of the amount of aliens we've been getting in, because that's what it is. It's alien slot guy,
While we're talking about aliens, this may be a little off topic, but I got to give out some cues to a person I think was highly, highly under recruited, and that goes out to my man's Demarion Witten. That young man right there, bro, absolutely was destroying the 7-on-7 circuit. Every time I see him on the internet, he's mossing somebody. Every time I see him on the internet, he's
like, remember that segment, Cam, on what, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, that you got mossed?
Yeah.
Like, you could literally cut up like 6 minutes of Demarion Witten and just
going up top with somebody.
Yeah.
Every time. So shout out to him, man. We got a good one.
He won MVP at the Deshaun Watson 7-on-7 camp.
I remember talking to you guys about that dude in the Discord, man. I was just like, this dude is a freaking red zone nightmare. Like,
it's just freaky athletic, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I love Witten. Witten's a real
Buckeye Nation. I want you to imagine him and Jelani Thurman in 12 personnel. Just
stepping.
It's gonna be scary in the red zone.
Nah, they definitely
with the JJ on the outside too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he's got that shit. It's like, you're a real dog for real, bro.
Where he from, man? That 216.
I promise you, Gatlin Bear can't beat him in a race. I promise.
Hey, Gatlin Bear might get scared.
We're gonna have to get that on the Discord.
He might not come off the line. You know,
Gatlin Bear versus Demarion Witten pay-per-view.
Well, here's
He might not come off the
here's the
line.
thing. Like if Gatlin Bear dusts Demarion Witten might smack him after the race. Like, don't you ever during this year of all years you want to beat me in front of my? Oh yeah, all right, bet it's gonna be lit.
Black history.
Yeah,
No
not
way.
this year, not this year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so talking recruiting, I want to get some quick takes real quick. So tell me if this is a deal or no deal. Give me a little one-line answer, and we'll go around. So KJ Bolden at Auburn, big deal, not big deal.
It's not a big deal, but the checks is hidden. The DD's in there.
The like fear washed over me for a second, because when you said Auburn, like, I just thought about Hugh Freeze and these fucking checks, and I'm like, I seen what's happening with our recruiting, and someone with more money on the scene popping up. That's never a good sign. So I don't think it's a big deal in terms of this recruitment, but just know Auburn is coming.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we'll go. Edric cancels his Bama visit. Is that a big deal? Not a big deal.
I think that's a huge deal. I mean, I think that's something that Ohio State was worried about. I think everybody. I mean, we didn't see what happened when one Ohio State actual commit last year went to a Bama cookout. You know what I'm saying? He said, this Bama hot dog is way better than the one they had at Ohio State, man. So
let's talk about that Bama cookout for a second. So yesterday, what was the
Hold up, it's one-liners, bro. Yes, it's a huge deal. That's a big nigga going down.
Well, we gotta talk about how old boy, what's Perry, what's his name? The wide receiver. Yeah, committed, flipped from Alabama without telling Nick Saban. It's crazy. But go ahead.
That is crazy.
Yeah, his family might get fired tomorrow. I don't know where they were.
That is crazy, bro. But let one liner. Go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah, well,
that money that they got at Auburn, you probably don't need to work.
Hugh
Yeah.
Freeze and Nick Saban is gonna be funny, bro, for the
Yeah.
next couple years to come, bro. That's just
So,
hilarious.
so I
How many
wanted to
more
get
years do you
those.
think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. Hugh Freeze is giving him work at Ole Miss, so shit.
He was
never know.
when he was able to cheat. When Hugh Freeze can cheat, they got something over there. They had
Mhm.
now he can do-
Chat was going stupid.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be the new method of picking a coach in the SEC. Find the best cheaters from back in the day. Now this shit's legal. Like, oh, you know how to get a bag in order? Fire.
Hey, Pruitt won't be a PE teacher too long. Just know that.
Wait.
No, but the Houston thing is a big deal to me. I worry when anybody goes to those Bama cookouts where the ribs are, and I especially worry when it's a big nigga going down there because you know they love that. And if Saban gets his hooks in them, it might be cooked for real. We've seen it before. I mean, Ty Lockwood was literally our first commit in the class. That boy got down there and forgot our name. That boy tasted that rib and forgot how to spell Ohio State. It
Bro,
was
this man was
unbelievable.
like, it's just so much closer for my mom. I looked it up. It's like an hour shorter.
Yeah, it's an hour difference,
bro.
I don't know what they be putting in the ribs and shit
Crack.
down there, bro. But it's crazy.
Drugs.
Peptides.
Peptides.
Low
Y'all
turnover.
stupid. So I wanted to get through those quick because
It's the peptides blade sauce, Cam. You know that.
Yeah, so I want to get those
I know
quick.
nothing about
To get time
blades.
for this one. Obviously, today, the graphic on the show, Aaron Scott in the midpoint. Y'all fooling. So we got Aaron Scott coming in today. Mike, I'm gonna go with you first. We done talked about the group chat been going crazy. We done talked about this. He done split the whole fan base on whether you actually want to take him, you don't want to take him. Mike, you get first at bat. What we looking for?
All right, I'm gonna try to say this as politically correct as possible.
Let's hear it.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
hear it. Everybody, hey.
Mike should have had the start. We got big light.
Hey, you should have let us go first.
Yeah, I don't know if I should have went
let
Big
us
light
go
skin activities today.
He looked like he had something to say.
This nigga perplexed over here.
Hey, I will say this.
Hey, pause the show.
Hold on.
No, pause the show. Pause the show. Pause the show.
I got it.
Time out. I would just like to take this moment. No, time out. I really appreciate Bryce West. That's all. I really do appreciate Bryce West. I appreciate Ted Ginn Sr. I appreciate DeMarion Whitten, and I appreciate Miles Lockhart. That's it. Continue.
Let's go,
All right,
man.
Go ahead, Mike.
So I'm gonna say this. If Aaron Scott commits to Ohio State, he holds the name of Legend Cavazos until he proves otherwise.
Hold up, bro. Told y'all not to let
And
this
I'm
nigga go
done.
first, bro. I told y'all not to let this nigga go first, bro.
Hey, cut his water. Gulag. Send him to the gulag,
Hit the
bro.
dump
I
button.
told
Take it
y'all,
back,
bro. Bro, this man, he couldn't help himself, bro. Like,
I should let him go. Yo, my fault, everybody.
I tried.
No,
Right,
since
bro.
I'm about to snitch on the
Let me go
show, so
first.
we got a group chat. I'm not gonna name who said it, but there has been talks about Legend Cavasso, so I appreciate Mike for bringing that. But that's not for the light. I was behind the closed doors. But until you
Mike is,
My apologies. I'm gonna own it then.
hold up. Moving
no,
on
go ahead, pop it off. Be politically correct though.
Yeah, be
My
politically correct.
concern with him is what Burns said in his article about him being lackadaisical about the rivalry and saying, "Oh, like, when I go to Michigan, like they talk about Ohio State, or when I go to Ohio, they talk about Michigan." Like, bro, this is the game. The number one goal at Ohio State is to beat Michigan. The number one goal at Michigan is to beat Ohio State. Like, if that is not ingrained in your brain and your being as a football player committing to Ohio State, are you a fit for us culturally? And that's not a knock on him. I'm just saying, I feel like that's part of like the programming of being a Buckeye, is that the team up north are the ops. And that's our number one goal, is to beat them. But if you are saying that that's not your number one, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if that's not something, if that's something you're not prioritizing or even want to hear on a visit, what are we doing?
So how should he handle the Ohio State versus Michigan recruiting stuff then, Cam? Because like when we battle Michigan for a kid, what should those conversations be about?
it should always be fuck them niggas. Like that should
Exactly.
always be the response.
Exactly.
There's,
He- he said he
there's
doesn't even wanna hear
bigger
about it.
rivalry in all of sports. Period. Like, are you a sports fan? Are you a college football fan? Period.
But,
There's
like-
no bigger rivalry. How can you expect them to not speak about the thing that has meant more to college football than anything else? You don't see many Alabama and Auburn might have had it where, okay, a couple times they played and it determined who goes to a natty or something like that. But Ohio State, team up north, annually, that game decides who's advancing and who's not. How do you not care about that?
Yeah, I just
Period.
felt like that was just a red flag. Like
You don't even have to be a Buckeye fan, bro. I got
Yeah,
people
like-
from Arkansas who says that, like people down here in Texas, that's exactly what they talk about.
feel
There's
like
nothing else to talk about.
We
The
saw a tweet
demeanor
from
is-
Barstool that they have a tweet that they put out regularly. It's called Big Football Guy Alert. And they had Cade Stover on there this week because he said that he wanted his NIL paid in tractors. And I feel like that's part of the recruitment. Like, you want to hear that football guy talk from these guys that are coming to Ohio State. Like, do you believe in that rivalry? Do you want to go to Ann Arbor and smack someone? Like, that's the type of shit that I want to hear. But like Chris and Zach have talked about it on the show. Those kids are humbled quickly when they get to Ohio State, and I feel like that'll be ingrained in them. Zach and Chris have talked about it on the show. Kids come in wearing their All-American gear their first week on campus, and everybody's like, take that shit off. It's Ohio State.
For real.
Everyone here is an All-American. No one gives a shit about that. So, like, once he gets on campus, like, you're not the cool 5-star quarterback, nigga. Everybody's a 5-star here. It's fucking Ohio State. So, like Mike said, he's Legend Cavazos till he proves otherwise, because at the end of the day, you could be a 5-star. They could put whatever rating they want in front of you. Until you prove it on the field, what's all of this hoopla mean if this dude don't ever even play in the game? Like, he's a talented kid. I feel like he's going to do great things wherever he ends up going. But at the same time, like, we got to see it.
Super talented, and I think Zach has talked about it before. They call them like blue chip personalities. It does feel like a blue chip personality, and does feel like a thinker almost, a little bit too much to the concern. I didn't love that article, the way it was phrased, the way that it made it seem like it was just a lot of sulking for a major portion of it. And then it was like, you do wonder, like, does the kid have the extra edge? And we've talked about it before. Like, the thing missing in the DB room has been that edge. And I think the kid's a much better player than Legend, like much better. But it almost is bothersome, especially during this recruitment, that the rivals can't talk about the rivals. You know, that weirds me out a little bit, because I never heard anything about this with Bryce West, and Bryce West had a good relationship with Klink and with Walt. So
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I've been under the assumption for like months that Aaron Scott has been out here to troll y'all. I think he's been out here just to raise your blood pressure, to get your arm hair raised, to torment y'all. It's too many things for
just
me
to go to
say.
Oregon.
Do you think that
I'll be like, all right.
Do you think that Texas and Oklahoma don't talk about each other?
Nah,
Or do you think that Georgia?
I don't think
and Florida
Oklahoma
don't
talks
talk
about Texas. They just blank them 49-0.
they
If I'm
probably
if I'm
don't right
Oklahoma
now.
this cycle, I'm not
Hold
mentioning
on.
Texas
But
a
do you
single
not
time.
talk about like Georgia and Florida, the biggest cocktail party or whatever they call it? Like I don't understand it, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the new age. Maybe my gray hairs done got the best of me, man. I don't know.
So before we switch this topic, we've done. So someone told us to stop talking about recruits right before their commitment, because we're 0 for 4 for every recruit that we've talked about right before their commitment.
Somebody
No.
clocking us, bro.
They're keeping
Obedience
stats
is
out
life.
there. We missed on Sammy Brown, KVA, Lightfoot. So
I ain't making a rap for Aaron Scott, bro. Y'all
yeah, we don't
that,
got no
man.
raps ready today, but I want predictions from everyone. Put it on wax. We got a commitment at
Oh,
6:30
God.
tonight. Aaron Scott, Buckeye or not? Chris?
Ooh, not.
Jeez.
Ooh. Mike,
Nah,
Cam.
Buckeye lock.
I love this
Buckeye
show. We get to say
lock.
stuff we don't believe.
Buckeye
with-
lock.
I'm with Cam. I'm putting my house on it. Buckeye
10
lock.
toes.
He
Me and
coming.
Q,
He
Buckeye
coming through.
lock.
I'm
Lock
in
it
there
in.
with you guys. It's all three of us. Buckeye lock, three to
Buckeye
three
lock.
to two. So book it.
Like what kind of 10 toes we talking? Like 10 Giovanni toes or 10
Them some big ass toes, nigga.
10 Lexi toes? Like what are we? What?
Hey,
what
Whoa.
I had a joke there that might have got us canceled. I held that one in.
Oh,
Hey.
I didn't want to bring up no one's coach.
Oh man, that's
Oh,
crazy. All right, so
shit.
there's Document today. We'll be looking out for that. Hopefully, we get our first dub. But let's
Yo.
go ahead and
hey, what happened to Virgil?
Boys is funny today, bro.
Oh,
Oh hell no. Q, man.
man.
Get him good.
so before we jinx it, let's get out the recruiting talk. Let's
It's
get into
already
some-
jinxed. It's cooked. It's
Bro,
fried.
we're the
Fried.
worst luck, bro.
before we jinx it.
No. Did Kasai say he's coming to Ohio State?
He hasn't.
Yeah,
He's
he
been,
did.
he's been
He
a
said
member.
Buckeye
We
Lock.
good.
That might be
We
cooked.
good.
That might be cooked.
We still got hope.
That might be cooked, bro. It might be cooked, bro.
Hey,
I got
if y'all see
Buckeye,
Kasai in the chat, let me know so I can block him real quick. We gonna say this commitment.
I need Kodak Black right now. I hope so.
Oh,
I
man.
hope so.
I really hope
So,
he does. Bro,
um,
if he does not commit to Ohio State, bro, I expect at least 7 tweets from Cam about the Jim Knowles clock.
Oh,
And maybe,
bro.
Oh, my
and maybe a
God.
timer.
Bro, that
Yeah.
clock tweet, bro. Listen, y'all think
Bro,
that
you
that
keep
shit-
tweeting it, bro.
I'm gonna be on the
Bro,
timeline like
Every
I
single
told you
tweet,
so.
bro, that shit get bigger and bigger.
Can't find
Motherfuckers
it
is like,
every
you
drop.
know what? This truther nigga on to something, bro. That clock
Do
ticking
you
like a
say that or
motherfucker.
does
They
everybody
can
else
hear it.
say that?
They need it. It's like Big Ben in the middle of Columbus. Just hear that shit going. Tick, tick.
Hey, real quick, Q, before we switch from recruiting, let the people know we will be live again later today after the Aaron Scott commitment.
Ooh.
So we will have a double live show today. So tune in at
Should we watch it
6:30.
live with the people?
Yeah, we're gonna try to watch it live. We'll definitely have the audio playing in the background, and you will get an instant reaction for probably one of the most painful recruitments in Ohio State history.
You know what makes it so painful? I was saying this on the corner. It feels like a South Florida like recruitment, but it's with an Ohio kid, making it that much more painful.
While we're on the
Shout out
topic of
937.
I mean, we were talking about a list of apologies earlier. I think we could apologize to Carnell Tate here because
Yeah,
this made his recruitment look like
Yeah.
a cakewalk. Like
absolutely.
everybody was
cakewalk.
losing their mind during the Carnell Tate commitment. Every day I was getting a DM. Oh, I think he's going to Tennessee. Oh, the boosters at Tennessee really love Carnell. And Carnell locked in with the Buckeyes. You didn't hear another peep out of him. He showed up, got to work immediately. So shout out to Carnell because this
The
recruitment
biggest
right here
difference with
is making that look
Carnell-
like a cakewalk.
The biggest difference with Carnell was that like all of his stuff was like speculation from the media. It wasn't him like saying go blue while you're in Columbus on an official visit. It wasn't him wearing Michigan cleats to every fucking 7-on-7 and saying how much you love Michigan and their culture and all this and tweeting from his own account like months on end. So like that's where all the speculation with Aaron Scott comes from, is from the fan base, especially with Bryce West, who some people were saying like, oh, Aaron Scott has a close relationship with Clinkscale. Nobody has a close relationship with Clinkscale in this cycle other than Bryce West, in my opinion. What about you, Chris? So it's like he's not going around posting Michigan stuff. He posted his visit, all of that, blah, 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 respected him, blah, 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 and kept it pushing because he a Buckeye. That's where I'm coming from. It's like, are we getting Buckeye behavior from Aaron Scott? I don't
Buckeye
feel-
behavior. That's a fire quote.
Yeah,
Put
that
that
might
on
be a
something.
podcast.
Yeah.
Buckeye behavior every Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
I ain't getting Buckeye
Media
behavior
Network.
vibe from him, bro. Like,
No, whole facts. So
It's at such a position of need. My fault, Q. I keep cutting you off every time you open your mouth.
I'm about to,
My fault, bro.
I'm about to mute Chris and Ron got to go
Yeah,
with him. Start muting people in here.
It's like when Harry get on the space, everybody just talk over him.
Yeah, y'all act like I ain't got the mute button.
Y'all hear something?
Y'all hear something?
hey man, mute him up, man. Mute him
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna let you finish, Q, but I gotta get some stuff off.
Nah. You on 10-second mute watch. There we go.
Everybody
Smash
smash that like button.
Smash that like button. It helps us out so much, man.
If we
yeah.
get to 200 likes, Chris is going to be on the show every week.
Oh,
Yeah, run that up. 200 likes, Chris is on
200
every
likes.
week.
Yeah, make sure you like that video. Go and weigh in. And I want to ask the chat to start off with. Let me get y'all in here. So I want to ask everybody. We got camp finally coming up. It feels like it's been the longest summer. Chris has wrote so much content to fill the off season. His hand might be broken at this point, but football
my
is
hand is
actually here. Camp starts on the 3rd. Also,
What else
we
happened?
got a morning show coming. Ron, we got a morning show coming for Camp Day. Don't forget. Don't forget. So camp is coming up. I do want to ask about camp battles. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. I'm not starting with Mike because that last statement he gave was absolutely crazy. So Cam, what is the one camp battle you are looking for?
I think our 2 deep at the D line is fine. I'm not looking at a battle there. I want to see the battle between CJ Hicks and Steel Chambers. Now, the general consensus is that there is no battle because you don't lose your starting position to injury. That's what they say. But I don't. That's just football social mores. Like, you don't lose.
Yeah, because that worked out.
Spot.
Because Drew Bledsoe should have came back, and Tom Brady, that fucking bum, never should have played him.
Never.
Exactly. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see like if there's actually a competition and like for them to allow CJ Hicks to take a starting role on the defense. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. And then of course the safety situation. So
all right, Chris, I'll let you go next. Give me that one camp battle you're looking forward to.
I think Hancock versus Jair Brown is the one that's most intriguing to me. I think that I'm like 85% sure that Igbinosun is going to move inside and play that slot role. I know that they keep changing his kind of positioning, but he just feels like kind of that nickel spot. And then it makes me wonder who the outside guy is going to be. I like Jair Brown. He's got a little bit of extra dog in him. But Jordan Hancock was the number one corner on the board for Coach Kerry Combs all those years ago. So we'll kind of see where that lays out. And obviously that's the Clemson flip that was, behind J.K. Johnson there for a little bit. And then he got the hamstring injury. So I'm curious. Then obviously the other battle is the turf versus our players, because it seems to take like 3 or 4 down every spring. And it's frustrating while we're thinking about kind of all the soft tissue injuries. So Brown versus Hancock is the one, because I really do love Jair Brown. I think he's going to be a really good corner. I thought he would have been better in the slot this year, but it seems like they're going to have him working outside.
Yeah, my battle is more of a philosophy question for the defense. Are we going to see a nickel corner play more or a nickel safety play more? So are we going to see a guy like Igbinosun inside at that nickel spot, or are we going to see a Cam Martinez or one of the other guys that are traditional, or Jahad Carter?
Were you aware that he's over 200 pounds?
Who?
Igbinosun.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he's a
6'1", 205.
That's a.
I did not know that, bro. He does
Sean
not look
Wade,
like
bro. He's literally Sean Wade.
So that's
Sorry,
the
I
battle.
didn't call you, but
That's just the battle that I'm really watching there, because traditionally, Jim Knowles has had a 3 safety system. That nickel spot has normally been occupied by safety, but we heard all through spring, all coming out of the end of last year, maybe they need to consider a corner at that 3rd spot there. So to see whether they go with Igbinosun there, where Jahad Carter falls, he transfers in with 1 year of eligibility to sit and watch a national championship run. I don't think so.
Wait, Jahad only has 1 year eligibility?
I believe so. One more left, right?
it's 2.
I think
Okay.
it's got COVID
Okay,
year,
so he
yeah.
has 2 years of eligibility left. So maybe waiting for a spot there. And then Cam Martinez, the Michigan savior. Do we see him back out there? I mean that in many ways.
Mike?
Obviously the biggest battle is that right offensive tackle. I see everybody in the chat is talking about the left tackle, but from everything that I was hearing from Big Ten Media Days, it sounds like Josh Fryer has that locked up. From what he was saying, that I think they was doing camp, children's camp that he was working as well. He said sounds like he has that left tackle locked up. His biggest issue is just working on his foot placement, changing from right tackle to left tackle. So I think right now it's to see if Josh Simmons can overtake what's his name?
Tegra Shabola.
Tegra Shabola. Thank you.
Mhm.
See if he can take him over, or Zim Mahowski. I was hearing a little bit of something about him. But honestly, during Big Ten Media Days, Ryan Day kind of left him out. I don't know if that was on purpose or, if
left him out and threw who in there? Left him out and threw who in there?
Luke Montgomery.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was very intriguing. So, I mean, honestly, like I said, I think it's the right tackle. I think have faith in Justin Fry, have faith in Joe Philburn, and what they brought in, those are both offensive line gurus.
So, quick question. I want to ask you guys something about what Mike just said there. He said the most interesting battle right now, or the most important battle, right tackle. Do you guys agree, or is there another battle on the offense that we're not
quarterback, bro?
Is it an actual battle? Is
Lincoln
it a quarterback battle?
I heard, is definitely just gonna step in there and just take over, bro.
Well,
Chris, let him know, bro.
Hey, no, let Chris start off the Lincoln Holds, man.
Chris already knows.
People was mad at me.
Hey, do y'all understand? Lincoln, look, that G word, I'm almost ready to float it out about Lincoln Kindholds, but I'm gonna save it.
Not the G word.
The G word.
Bro,
you know what the G word is, Q?
I know what the G word is.
Say it.
He's generational.
Yeah, that one. 6'3", 200 pounds, 40-inch vertical, got a cannon, got 5 state championships, I'm pretty sure. Mr. Basketball. If he was a nigga, bro, committed somewhere in Florida, bro, they'll be talking about him like he was Mike Vick.
Bro, Chris
talking, and he shoots dice? Come on now.
Bro, Chris talking about him like
Jim Knowles be shooting dice after practice, bro.
Come on now.
Jim Knowles ain't shooting no damn dice, man.
He is when he's calling that defense.
He absolutely is shooting dice.
Nah, but let's hear our quarterback takes. So who's starting?
Hold on. Before we go there, my battle.
Yeah, hold up. You don't get to drive, Cam. It's Q show.
Yeah, I need to get my battle up.
Yeah, my nigga was slipping the hand, so I had to grab the wheel.
So for me, they took all the good ones, to be honest, but the one I'm looking forward to is Cade Stover versus Joe Royer.
That's why I'm not
looking forward to that at all, nigga. I know who's starting.
It's gonna piss me off
because this is very insider information.
Stop, bro.
This was a direct quote from our tight end coach last season. He said that nigga Royer is like that. That was a direct quote.
That is not what an exact quote.
Hold on, he did not say that. That white man did not use the N-word. I just want to put that out there. We are not getting.
Hey, chill out, man. Ain't liability. Let me try.
I'm defending him. He did not say that.
Indiana, and Q's like, our tight end coach was like, this nigga right here.
Hey, Chris.
Bro,
Chris told me that. I was like, is that a direct quote?
Holy shit, bro.
Hey, can I tell the story?
Oh, snap.
Hey, no. Last year I was one of the collective dinners, and it was right before the Notre Dame game, and Kevin Wilson was there. And I was to go to the bathroom. I had to pee. I was drinking a little bit, and I'm at the urinal, and I see Kevin Wilson, Coach Wilson, at the urinal. And we talked a little bit earlier in the day, and I was like, "Hey, Coach, like first play of the game, run or pass." He was like, I can't tell you that. I just started joking around, and I was like, "How you feel about the room this year?" Yada yada yada. He was like, "Man, he's got mono. He caught mono, but the best tight end I've seen since I've been at Ohio State has been Joe Royer, better than Rucker." I was like, you're definitely bullshitting me right now. He's like, "No, I swear. I swear." And so we had like a little conversation while we were, holding our Johnsons. So I'm led to believe that is 100% the truth. And he swore up and down by it, and he said he did have the 2 minor setbacks. Then obviously last year he had the personal stuff, losing a parent. I don't know how how difficult that is. But Joe Royer, even in the spring game last year, looked freaky, looked like the white Kyle Pitts. And that's maybe a little bit stretching it, but we'll say it on this show because it is Buckeye BS. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I mean, he was mossing DBs, and at the time, I thought the defense was going to be pretty good. So it's like, okay, that means something to me. No, I like Joe. I think he offers a vertical threat down the seams, something that I don't think Cade Stover has. He also doesn't have T-Rex arms, and I don't think he'll drop a 4th and 2 pass. But Cade likes tractors, so here we are.
So how many touchdowns do y'all need to see from Joe Royer for him to be allowed to braid his afro?
Oh, wow. Bryce Spice, that's what we call him.
He might have had.
Bro,
That's really
Joe
bright
Royer-
spice.
Joe Royer got into the game against Georgia after Cade Stover got hurt and immediately just started fucking mossing the linebackers and just shitting on them. I was just like, was this not happening the first like fucking 3 series? No, we just had a better athlete at tight end that understood spacing and route concepts better, and he was getting fucking open. So,
And really
Joe
focus
Royer-
on running fast instead of stabbing the ground with his feet.
Yeah, like sometimes you
Like-
gotta be fast, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
Like Cade
Yeah.
runs like he's late to lunch.
Nah, he running like he running in the fields, bro.
Oh bull. But yeah, so we get Cam. You can take the show now. You want to talk about the quarterbacks? Now go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay, let me grab it. Let me drive the boat. So now, we
do
got
not
a
have a license.
quarterback battle going on.
Bottle.
What do you guys feel like the key factors are for each quarterback going into the spring as far as pros and cons of their skill set? And do you guys feel honestly that this is a 50-50 battle, or are we going into this as a Kyle McCord's job to lose type situation?
This is a Justin Fields. Who was the battle?
Matthew Baldwin.
Matthew Baldwin battle. They were like, "Oh yeah, Justin didn't do enough in the spring to secure it. We're gonna take this in the fall."
Whoa,
Man.
Devin Brown's Matthew
Ooh.
Baldwin is crazy.
No,
take,
no,
bro.
no, no,
Crazy.
no. Let me get my point out. God damn, bro.
Yeah, you knew Cam was gonna go there.
Oh, they-
Cam was
they-
like, cut it right there. We got the sound clip. No, I don't think it's Matthew Baldwin, but
we
I
got him.
we got him.
Nah, go
No,
ahead.
I feel like
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like the perception is skewed in this. I think Kyle is great. I feel like if he felt that he couldn't get this done in fall, he would have hit the portal and been somewhere else. I think the QB room is in a great place, and if the succession plan is 2 years behind a first round pick and then you become the first round pick, I think we have a good thing going in that room.
Facts. No, I agree. I mean, I do think it'll be Kyle, but I do think the Devin Brown kind of competitive fire makes this really, really interesting. And the athleticism makes it really interesting. I don't know. I'm leaning Kyle right now, but I love Devin. Like I'm a big Devin fan based on everything I've heard about the competitive fire, the athleticism, kind of like how live his arm feels right now. And that throw to Grays during the Georgia prep lives in my head rent free, because it's everything I've seen, I haven't seen Kyle put together that level throw yet, just out there on Twitter at least.
I mean, I'm a huge Devin fan. We have the same favorite Buckeye. Tate Martell's our guy. I got big faith in our guy.
Nathaniel?
Devin.
Oh my
I would
God,
love.
bro.
I want to see the I want to see the Kyle to Marv connection at the college level.
Yeah, same here.
Mike,
Yeah,
Okay, Mike.
I mean, obviously, I want Kyle McCord to be the starter. You know, I've been on the Kyle McCord train since the beginning. To me, it just doesn't make sense for a quarterback to be here for 3 years and not be the starter, man. But you know, from what I've been hearing, Devin has that itch to him. But also, you know, will Devin look good because there's issues with the O-line? You might need a running quarterback. But one thing that Ryan Day also kept bringing up was the 2019 year. So he kept saying, like, you know, maybe we'll be willing to run the quarterback a little bit more because we have the depth. And my thing is this: if for you to say that, you already have in your head somebody's not transferring, right? And everybody thinks if Devin's going to be the starter, then Kyle might transfer. Like, Ryan Day sounds really happy with his quarterback depth this year, and I just cannot tell y'all how many times 2019 kept getting referenced when he's talking about what he can do with the QB, talking about just what the team can do from an experience standpoint. So, rocking with my guy Kyle, and like my guy Ryan said, looking to see that Marvin Kyle connection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get this take.
I
I'm ready for this.
I understand what you're saying about the 2019, but like Kyle, like do you believe Kyle is a mobile quarterback?
No,
I
not
think he would
Justin
be
Fields,
Justin
but I
Fields,
think
you're
he's a
right.
more willing runner. I think he's
Yeah.
more willing runner. So no, I'm not sitting here saying that he's going to have Justin Fields highlights running, but he's going to be able to get you those extra first downs. What I think when he's talking about 2019, you're going to see that 12 personnel and play action off of that a lot more as well.
So I want to ask you guys something. Chris and Zach have talked about this on Menace before about running the triple option for one drive a game.
One drive
So
a game.
hear me out. Lincoln Keen holds a quarterback.
Mhm.
Chip Trainum and Evan Pryor running the triple option, one drive a game. Do you guys want to see it?
That'd be nasty.
Yeah,
I
I'm
I
up
would
for
love
that.
to see it. I would love to see it.
I mean, to be honest,
Chip as the dive, Evan as the speed.
Big
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, absolutely.
No,
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't want to see it.
That's because you got no creativity up there.
That sounds
nigga.
like
That's the real reason.
sounds like a turnover waiting to happen
of,
weekly.
of course, a defensive end wouldn't want to see it. Shit, you're gonna be getting cooked.
Yeah,
Nah, that shit, bro.
Oh,
That,
man, every time.
bro, running, bro. Like everybody that's played a fucking triple option type team, that is a culture mindset type of offense, and that's gonna be if you just trying to do that as a gimmick, you're gonna turn the ball over 100%.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
don't
bet.
care. I do
All right.
not
You're gonna
care.
turn the ball over.
So there's
That's a touch. It's 2-play touchdown.
Shit.
boy.
Shit.
Starting at the 20.
Name
So
one
do
defender
wanna
in the
hit
Big
the,
Ten that can catch Lincoln Keen holds. I'll wait.
There isn't
So-
one, bro. 4 or 5.
We can do the
vertical.
this triple option off the spread. You know, we got the handoff, we got the fucking RPO. We can just
I'm with
run it.
that.
I heard,
Okay.
man,
Bro, I was like-
I heard Gatlin Bear turned down the race from Lincoln Keyhoes.
As he never mind. I was gonna say
crazy,
some real
bro.
fucked up.
yeah,
Sunday lies, bro. Sunday.
Oh, nigga,
So do want to
I'm
hit
not
the
saying-
secondary before
The
we
show
before
was
we
going to be
get out
called
of
Buckeye Sermon, but we knew niggas didn't know how to act, so we
Yeah.
couldn't even invoke church
Bro,
on this
yeah,
show.
no. The N-word 2 minutes in. So do want to hit the secondary before we do get out of here. So let's start with this. Let's start with Sonny Styles, right? A lot of hype in the offseason. I'm just throw it to y'all. Does Sonny Styles have to start? Anybody can take it.
Yeah, this stresses me out, and I'll let Cam start. Mike, well, Mike can
Yeah,
start
but
too.
yeah, you know already. You know what I'm. This is bro. This has been up my alley the whole fucking time, bro. How
This
the
stresses
fuck
me out.
can we recruit KJ Boldens and these 5-star safeties when our DC is on wax saying that he doesn't even know how to fucking use a 6'4", 215, 20-pound freak of fucking nature at safety, bro?
You
How does
answered
that
your
make
question.
sense,
Get a
bro?
phone, we're not landing them.
Like, bro, me and Chris was on the phone about this the other day, and Chris is like, bro, they're 100% negative recruiting us because we have 5-stars on the bench that doesn't play, and we don't know how to fucking use them.
100%.
Like,
But it's not even that. We're publicly saying we don't know where to put them. Like we literally put you can literally clip that up. And then at the end of their, you know how they take the recruits in the video, show them at the end of the thing, we do not know how to use Sonny Styles. You just put that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, it's just I don't really have words for this, bro. They sitting here saying, "Oh, we're using them all over the field." Bro, let the kid learn one position, and then as he gets older, then that's when you let him learn several other positions, bro. But to not allow the best players to play, I mean, you guys, I know the show has heard me say it. I know you guys have heard me say it, bro. It makes no sense for this guy to not be on the field, not getting reps, and then I guarantee you by the end of the year, when it comes to that Team Up North game, Big Ten Championship, playoff game, he's going to be the one making majority of the plays.
and then they're gonna pump Cam Martinez Sunshine all offseason, bro. Just
Bro,
to
we're not-
irritate me, bro. Like,
I'm here to tell you right now, we do not care. What they try to tell me about Cam Martinez,
It's not
because
happening.
I will show you clips from the Michigan game that will hurt your eyes. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit at all.
There's like a standard issue, right? Because like Georgia's defense was really good, and they were able to play a true freshman safety, but we can't play true freshman safety, and our defense isn't good. Like our back end's not good. Like make it like Georgia. The standard to get on the field is higher, and yet their true freshman safety that ours was ranked higher than couldn't see a snap.
I'm glad you brought up Georgia, because while we're on the topic of Sonny Styles, our guy Terry had a question on Menace earlier this week.
Oh yeah,
Zach wasn't really feeling the stat, but
No,
I'm
wasn't
here
feeling
for it. I believe the stat was that Georgia did not score on us on any of the drives where Sonny played a snap.
yeah, they scored on one
Except
drive. And
one.
the only drive,
Yeah,
the only drive he
Kenny
came in-
McIntosh
In the red
on
zone.
screen. Yeah, in the red zone.
Like he
Yeah.
came up in the red zone only, so he was off the field most of it. And then they went 6 for 6 with Sonny off the field, picking on Tanner McAllister and Ronnie Hickman. So
But
Ronnie
I mean,
Hickman,
bro, he's the
scam
most
artist. Bro. Ronnie
athletic
Hickman,
person in that room. It makes no sense.
Bro.
I mean, to be
Hold on,
honest,
hold on.
Wait, I have
I
breaking
understand
news. I have
how that-
breaking news. I have breaking news.
Hold on, Mike. Can I get context to that? So you're saying that Sonny Styles, whenever he was on the field in replace of McAllister or with him?
so
I'm confused.
when Sonny was on the field instead of McAllister,
Okay,
They were-
in replace of him. I got you.
They were rotating. They were rotating
rotating.
Hickman and Ransom down to that nickel spot
mhm,
when Sonny came onto the field.
yeah.
But I just had some breaking news that I wanted to share with you guys. It just came through from one of my insiders. Ronnie Hickman just declared for the draft for the 5th time.
I
What
think they
time-
forgot he declared. I think all 32 teams forgot.
Is that Aaron Scott? that's Aaron Scott's big brother Q. Steve-O.
Hey,
That is his
chill.
big bro.
Hey,
Dude, I take no
Hey, get some
responsibility.
braids and make him feel you look just like him.
hey, we
I
did
take-
tell people that we had a special guest.
Bro, I take no responsibility for any past, present, or future decisions Aaron Scott makes. It's not on me, so don't be on my head on the timeline. But yeah, so I
That
do
sounds
want to
like something
ask.
somebody says before they scare the hose away.
So I do want to ask this. So everybody's in agreement. Sonny Styles should start. Let's say we play 3 corners. Who starts next to Sonny Styles?
I'll go. I think we got Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock on the outside, those two, and then Iggy at the slot corner. I don't think
Layton,
Who's that
Layton
other
has the
safety?
middle MOF.
Who's the other what?
Yeah, who's the other safety? So you got Iggy, you got
Lathan.
Burke, you got Hancock. That's your 3 corners.
I got
You
Lathan
Sonny.
playing. I got Lathan
Yeah, who's
playing
playing
free
next to
safety.
Sonny in the back end?
Lathan.
Okay.
I feel
I
like
think Lathan and Sonny need to be on the field at the same time. To be honest,
So-
like I know we give Ransom a lot of crap, but dude came in and really balled out without getting any spring development or majority of the fall development due to him literally breaking his leg. So I mean, now he's gotten the spring development. Now, if he's able to make it through a full fall, I think he's going to really show us something. I think he has. I think Lathan Ransom has what it takes.
Daniel.
But him matched up with Sonny Styles, bro. I think that's just a nasty nightmare for defense.
I'm with you,
Robertson.
Terry. I'm with. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me
No, I was gonna say I wanted to jump in and talk about something that me and Chris talked about on the phone this week was the fact that Jim Knowles talked a lot last year about he liked the looks that he was able to present with Ronnie and Lathan out there because he felt that they were interchangeable between strong safety and free safety. So they were able to show multiple looks. If Lathan has reps at free safety, I feel like I would rather have Sonny at strong safety and put Lathan at free if that was the option, if it means that's the only way we can get Sonny on the field. So if they were that comfortable that they would come out into the media and say that they feel like they could line up Ronnie and Lathan last year in different positions and the defense not really know and key in on, okay, that's a strong safety, that's a free safety because they were so multiple there. I think that slide them over and get Sonny in at his most natural position and make sure that your 5-star is playing at 5-star caliber instead of confusing him.
I'm in the tank where I want to see Kai Stokes get legitimate snaps in a football game early in the season with going against Western Kentucky's and Youngstown States. I want to see him get snaps.
Bro, there's not a place for him.
Where
Like
I'm here
For
to
sake-
tell you right now, Malik Hartford is going to be on that boy's ass next camp. So
Malik Hartford's on his ass right now. Him
Exactly.
too. All of them.
All you
So
Kai
basically
Stokes
what I'm
fans out there
saying-
cheering for him, you better get you a Malik Hartford.
Basically, what I'm saying is I'm not sold that. I know that Lathan's a good middle to field player, but I want to see the players behind him get reps before we go into the main season and see what we got.
Okay, that's fair.
Of who has the ability to get off the hash. Some people are gamers. We don't know who's gamers if they don't get in the fucking game. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I want to see our younger players get reps so we can know what the fuck we're working with.
Should have seen it.
Yeah. So basically, I just heard a whole round table of cap because there's only one person that should be starting next to Sonny Styles. Josh Proctor Island is back. I have been saying it the whole off season. I am still on the island. There is one person who brings the wood and also has the range.
Yeah, that's an
We
island
see
boy for
Lathan
sure.
Ransom do the nay.
You're on an island with this tape too, so go ahead and join us.
The island boy.
I hit the nay in 4K. Y'all talk about some Lathan Ransom. Get my man Josh Proctor in the lineup. Do not be racist. Do not pull
You off the
him
Henny still,
one-
Cam.
one
You off
tab
the
of
Henny still, bro.
They
Put the
had
Henny
way
down,
too many
bro.
bottles in that section last night. This boy Q showed up drunk as hell today.
That's the third island boy, y'all. Island boy.
In here with them Duce boy takes.
Josh Proctor Island, you know what it is.
I like
But yeah,
Josh,
man,
bro.
so we got-
You know what I would have
go ahead,
loved to see last year? I would have loved to see Ronnie Hickman not on my football field and Josh Proctor on my football field in that role, because like Ronnie is the biggest scam artist to me. He's got like the wide shoulders, wide hips, talks crazy, and never wants to hit anybody. Like, at least I know like Proctor over the middle will come through and hit somebody for real.
At least he tries. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Cam sent me a clip during the Georgia game, over the middle, game on the line, fourth quarter. Was that Lab McConkey?
No, it was the fourth string receiver, number 13, or whoever's name is. I forgot who it
Yeah.
was. But literally, bro, like Stetson Bennett set him up to die. Like he should have got absolutely eviscerated on the field.
Hospital ball.
They should have called the ambulance in the field. It would have been a big momentum swift. And you can see
Third down.
Ronnie Hickman completely break down in the play while the ball's in the air to avoid contact in the middle of a playoff game. So
Proc wins.
Cleveland Browns. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? But
Bro, that's a crazy statement.
like, bro,
I
I
love
don't.
it.
Bro, listen,
Let me
you know
go
me.
and
I
George
don't
Pickens.
ever try to make my takes personal.
Put him
I
on
don't ever
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I don't ever try to make my takes personal, bro. But when I saw that, I'm like, bro, like you don't care about our football team. You don't care about Ohio State. You don't care about shit but yourself because you didn't put your body on the line to win a fucking national championship, and that shit's in 4K. So I
You
don't
declared
respect
before
that.
the Michigan game, so we knew
I
what it
don't.
was.
Yeah, I don't respect that. You're
How you declare before the Michigan game and go undrafted, bro? Like Chase Young didn't even declare before the Michigan
Y'all
game.
gonna chill, bro. He was nice enough to make his declaration on our podcast and share that news with us that he just declared for the draft. So we're not gonna slander.
What you mean? What you mean? Like, what are y'all talking about, man? This was one of Urban's best defensive guys ever. What are y'all talking about?
Bro, it's crazy.
Take that
Honestly, he might declare again next year. But yeah, man. So we got 56 people in here. Hit that like. This has been that's all my material. It's been a great show.
56.
All the good stuff right here. Happy to have my guy Chris Drew up here. Chat, go ahead and hit any questions before we
We have
jump out
56 likes. That's my question.
That's the
For the
real
chat.
one.
56
58.
likes.
I understand.
Get us up to 200 so Chris Drew's here every Sunday.
Yeah,
Run it up.
Keep Chris Drew in the rotation. But yeah, hit me with any questions before we wrap up. But yeah, man. So obviously we'll be back. Aaron Scott commits today. I'm not responsible for anything he says, but we will be back here at 6:30.
6:30.
6:30. We will be live again. I see Giovanni capping in the chat.
Toes
yeah.
out for Giovanni.
Toes.
Out. So yeah, man.
Toes.
Want to do that? So let's go ahead and wrap. Chris, appreciate you joining us, man. It's always a good time having you. This is more episode of the Round Table than Buckeye BS. That's what it really was. Have a great time. So
Thank you, Q. I appreciate you.
let's start with Cam. Cam, let people know. You know, if they want your Aaron Scott intel, let them know where to find you at.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now that Facebook is back. I'm going to be on Facebook. I'm the old head. I'm bringing back old head Buckeye shit. I'm gonna make me a new Facebook here soon, so peep that. But you can find me on the X app. I know things 19. I'll be on the TL terrorizing Wolverines near you.
That's
go
Twitter,
ahead.
not X videos.
Shit,
You might find them on
that.
there,
Might be on that motherfucker too.
Hey, they say X videos be going crazy.
And
lately.
if I'm on the browser and I see
God, bro.
Truther, and I see Truther on my homepage, I'm driving to Indy to fight you, bro. I do not care.
Not on the homepage.
I'm
No,
going
if I
to
see Truther,
Bro, I be like this, like, well, it's like, nah, go ahead, Mike.
Y'all can find me on Twitter, Instagram at 216_wildboy. Catch me in the spaces, catch me on the TL. But make sure you go in the description. Join the Discord. We done did a hip hop chill session. We have the aux chorus battles all in the Discord, man. Make sure you join that.
We watched Lincoln Kineholt's game film.
Yeah, we definitely do. Man,
days a week.
we definitely watch
Steamroll.
film.
Is Lincoln Kineholt who JJ McCarthy thinks he is?
Ooh, that's
Bro,
a bold
you remember
statement.
that? Hey Cam, you remember that one nigga in the space that used to tell us that JJ McCarthy ran a 4.3?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No. So that got reported on by Sam Webb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
man.
that was the dude from ESPN that was on national television talking about him running 40s and shit.
You know what you know what I think happened there? Whoever timed Cam Brown's 40 timed JJ's and put that time out.
Hey, look, man.
Yeah, we do have a couple questions before we finish the wrap. One, who leads the team in sacks? Quick takes.
Jack.
Jack
Next
Sawyer.
question.
Jack Sawyer. It was simple hating on Jack earlier, man.
Hey, Mike Hall Jr. close behind him though.
Five between 5.5 and 7 for Mike.
I will let you know this. Mike Hall will lead in sacks come Notre Dame game like he did.
Ooh, all right. Do the cornerbacks get any interceptions?
Yes,
I hope so.
I hope so.
They better.
they will this year.
That's
If they
a
don't, that
crazy
clock is gonna
question.
get real loud.
That's not, we're supposed to be DBU. And that's a crazy
Denzel Burke pick 6 this year. Do we have that?
No,
You guys taking that
no,
bet?
no pick six.
I'll take
but a
that bet.
pick.
Give me one. Give me one.
I'll take one. You take one. Arkansas State.
Arkansas State had him in a blender. The Fleming kid.
Arkansas State's crazy.
No, the Fleming kid had
Did we not
Burke
play them?
messed up.
Do I got the
No, we
schedule
played
wrong?
Western Kentucky, bro. They're like a top 5 passing offense in the
Yeah,
nation,
it was
bro.
the
Like,
Arkansas
Bro,
State.
Ryan's still looking at the 2022 schedule.
I think it's pride, bro.
Man.
Next question.
Nah, appreciate that being.
I really just
Yo,
woke up.
what's wrong with
Bro,
him,
Q, get us out of here.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. If you want to find me, you want to find me, City Boy Quinn.
We got a home and home at Arkansas
Got a
State.
whole
Who fucking
Arkansas
knew?
State is actually crazy. Catch me on
I'm
Twitter.
sorry, Nick G. Smith for getting that on the schedule for a big money game.
Oh my God. Yeah, like I said, catch me on Twitter, catch me on YouTube, Minor League Films. You know I'm here. You know me and Ron got the morning show coming up, so you can catch me there starting
When
the
is
3rd.
that?
Ooh, the Buckeye Roast. Early in the morning, Buckeye Roast. Soon as camp starts, we start, you know what I'm saying? Early mornings. So the first to hit the beat, get your info, you know where to find us, you know what type of energy we bring in. And also, too, catch me on Threads because it's still popping. We still over there. Ron, let us know where they can find you.
Well, I just want to thank Chris Drew for having me here and us doing this live shot today. I want Chris to go ahead and let us know where you can find him.
If they want to find me, they'll find me. I'm not worried about it.
Hey,
Look
happy
for the big
birthday to
yellow hair.
Ron. Happy birthday to Ron, too, man.
Yeah, I just turned 25 for the 6th time, so
Yeah.
shout out to y'all.
Ooh, know that boy hit 40.
Oh man, don't do that to
It
me.
was
Don't
live.
do
We,
that.
we had Ron Wood out here yesterday.
Yeah, bro. Chris had me out in Akron, showed me around. It's a dope ass place. Don't believe the slander. It is nice as hell out here. But
Got the worst nachos I've ever gotten, but it was cool. Besides that,
this man Chris took me to the vegan joint for lunch. I'm like, do you see this fat ass? Like vegetables ain't really in my fucking staple or my
yeah.
rotation.
When they brought the nachos out with not a single meat in sight, I knew it was cooked. I don't know what it was.
Oh, Chris
Where
sent
the
you
meat?
to our house.
Hey, where the meat
Let's
at?
play it up here. Where the
Hey,
meat?
hey, get us out of here. Boys talking about where the meat at, bro.
Where's
Hold on.
the meat? I need to know. You don't like meat on your chips?
Oh,
Bro.
You don't like meat on your chips?
Yeah.
We are out. We are out.
No, put that on wax, boy. Tell him, bro. Put that on. You don't like meat on your chips? Put it on wax.
Man, I don't know nothing about no
Let us
meaty
know this guy,
chips,
you
man.
like meat on your chips.
I don't
What
know
you-
about
you don't
meat
like
on
meat
the
on the
chip,
chips?
man. I don't know. Too
Nah,
much dip
but
on your
for-
chip. I don't know.
Nah, boys,
You don't like meat on your chip, Kim?
everybody's out of pocket. Let me get us out of here. You guys can find me on MySpace. Drop a like on this video if you want to be in my top 8.
You don't like meat on your chips, Kim?
I don't want no meat on my chips, dog.
You don't like meat on your chips?
I don't-
Stop lying.
I don't
I
want
know
no meat
I
on
see
my
you eat
chips,
meat on the
bro.
chips, bro. I'm trying to
Nah,
make
you ain't
sound
never seen no
gay.
meat on my
You-
chips.
You
man.
using
I'm not a-
homophobia against me right now.
Nah.
You like
He's
you
trying
like
to
meat
get
on your
I
hit
chips.
say
hit the dump.
You
hit
like
the dump.
you like meat on your chips.
Nah, bro. You a meat eater, bro. That's cool, bro. I respect it.
Hold up, fuck, nigga.
Do you?
I respect it, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
we out of
we
here.
are out,
No,
man.
wait. Put me back on the straight. You
Oh,
can find me on Twitter at 2_TES. That's 2 T's. You can find me on Twitch at the same thing. You can find me on TikTok at 2Shiesty. And you can find me every morning starting August 3rd at 8 a.m. with my boy Q on the Buckeye Roast. We're going to be covering everything Buckeyes at 8 a.m. before any other Buckeye show. So make sure you tap in with us every morning. I appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate the guy Chris Drew for joining us today. Run it up to 200 likes if you want to see him every week. And shout out to Chris's mom for having us here. I appreciate it.
Oh, facts. Hit it, Mike. We out of here.
All right, we out of this mug, man.
No disrespect, Indiana.
Indiana, cuz.